She's got a quick wit. She's unpredictable. And she's real funny. She's Holly.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to LMAO. I'm Holly, because if Oprah can use her first name, so can I. Yeah. So coming to you today from the home studio, or as we call it, the Comedy Hall, HOL. I am spending a few minutes with a lovely, lovely friend living in New York City. Met her there, love her to death. I can't tell you how much. Welcome to the show, Micaela Fagan.
Hi, Holly.
It's so good.
I want to say your full name because I love it so much, but I'll just go Holly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my dad gets a little upset because I just went with the Holly with the exclamation point, but that's okay.
No, it works. It's perfect.
So where are you today? In New York? What part?
I am in my home in Brooklyn, New York, looking out on the overcast sky.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gross. I love it.
Yeah, you love it. Have you been there the whole of 2020, 2021? I can't remember. Did you leave New York?
Yeah, I did. My folks live in Florida. So, and I just thought I'd drop in on them, and they were doing what they're always doing, watching Dexter again, not believing in global warming and just chilling. So I had a lovely time with them. I did have a hard time like sleeping there though, because I had this night terror where I'd wake up and I'm like, I'm the only fertile woman in a mile. And that scared me because if there was a situation where we had to like repopulate the earth, I knew there was going to be a line of old men knocking down our door in this 55 and over community. So I got out as fast as I could.
How would you have determined which was the lucky winner? Or was there going to be more than one? What was going to happen? What was going on?
No, only one. I'm not doing that more than once. I think one baby. But eligible driver's license, I think, would be first. I might give bonus points to a veteran.
Oh,
maybe.
That's nice of you.
Not any nom veterans, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. And then maybe like a jitterbug competition. Just I want to see their style and endurance. And then I think I'd go bocce ball tournament to the death.
Ooh. And
then whoever won, I would have a baby with them. And but it was too much to think about. I had to get out because it wouldn't have worked out. Like in college, I was a lesbian.
Okay.
And I still am because I'm not a quitter. I don't like to quit.
I know you're not a quitter. I know. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go. So what did you do? How long were you in Florida?
6 months.
Wow. So what do you guys do? I mean, they were locked in the house playing bocce ball. What was there, a pool or what?
We did some puzzles. Yes, we went to the local pool. I read a lot of books, actually. I read books. I did. I went to the library because the libraries were open in Florida. Nothing was open here in Florida. They're just like, yeah, keep doing what you're doing and we'll pretend this isn't happening. So I'd go to the library, got my books, and then you'd try and swim laps in the pool. But here's what the people do there. They just walk from one side of the pool to the other, back and forth. And it just becomes this game of like, can you start swimming a lap so that you avoid them? It was a very fun challenge. It's like Tetris or something.
Was that their social hour or what? Why would you just walk the pool deck?
It was exercise and where they talked politics. So it was helpful to be underwater during that period.
You can hold your breath for 5 minutes now.
So long. I can hold my breath for a whole conversation.
Woo! I have
the vaccine.
I know that I could be your parent because of my age, and I am almost qualified to live in one of those 55-year-old and over communities. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And Florida is nice weather. And I also qualify, I think, because I am Canadian, and a lot of Canadians fly south, and they're snowbirds for the winter. Yeah. So Florida is an option. But I was told that you don't go in the hot tubs at these 55 years and older communities because why do you think?
Syphilis.
Okay. Yuck. That's even worse. I was told that when they do a test of the water, there's a ton of urine in it because when you laugh or just, you can't control your bladder when you get to be my age or older. So that's just FYI, it's coming, Micaela. Before you know it, it's going to be blinking and you're in your 50s. So enjoy it, okay? Enjoy not peeing your pants. That's gross.
You should move to one of those, like you, I mean, you're already beautiful. You know, I think you're beautiful. You would be like Miss Canada, Miss America Canada in one of those places. They would be like, oh my God, who's this amazingly hot new recruit that we have?
I could tell them I'm dual, but they might think that I'm bi, which is fine. But you know, I clarify that.
I think everyone there is too. I think they just really let go around that time. When they're all together. They're just like, let's live our lives.
Yeah, well, good for them. Well, live what you've got. I mean, sorry, I don't know what you got left, but it's awesome. Okay. So we met in New York when I went to comedy school, and I had the pleasure. Thank goodness you were there. You kept me going because, you know, it's something new and excited. I was trying to find a new hobby when I turned 50, and I signed up online for classes, and I met you. Going back to that, my mom is like, yeah, most 50-year-olds will start, you know, learning how to play the guitar and knitting. But no, you want to do comedy and be doing stand-up in New York City. And that was the new hobby. So of course you were part of the reason why I fell in love with it and kept going back to school. So tell me what's going on at the school. What's the best part of the job? American Comedy Institute, actually, we need to give them credit because they brought Micaela and I together. It worked better than online dating. And
yes.
Yeah.
And we're still together now.
We are.
All these years. Beautiful. Yeah, I met Steve Rosenfield when I was in college. He came down to teach a stand-up class for like a theater class. It's complicated, but I was like, this guy's great. Yeah. And I was the one person in the class who had been doing stand-up like since high school. I was doing stand-up since before I was allowed to be in the shows because they were at bars. I'm so sorry people keep texting me. I don't know how to make it stop.
You're popular. It's actually me telling me how good you look.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there it is. From Holly. You look great. Thank you.
So tell me, you said you were young and you were taking before you were even allowed to be in these things, but you were in them. Tell me, did you always want to be like on stage, comedian, actress? What?
I really think it started with I know I did speech and debate in high school, and then it just kind of like went into stand-up for some reason. I'm like, this is the same thing. So I just kept doing that. No, I didn't always want to be an actress. I mean, or a comedian. When I was young, I thought I wanted to be in childhood beauty pageants. That's what I felt I was meant to do because, I mean, come on. No, I was a cute kid and I loved toddlers and tiaras and stuff. And I knew exactly how I wanted to be introduced should I walk out on that stage. And I think some lady at whatever like Wyndham ballroom that this thing was hosted in would have to stand up there with a notepad and be like, and now coming to the stage, it's Little Miss Micaela Fagan. She has brown hair, brown eyes, and a golden heart. Her two favorite things to do are rip worms in half and eat Kraft singles straight from their individual plastic packaging. Her record is 23 in a row. Wow, Micaela. That's a lot of cheese. She loves her parents, her cats, and maybe Jesus, but she's skeptical. Her favorite smells are gasoline and pork. And when she grows up, she'd like to be a Radio City Rocket. Good luck with that, sweetheart. Or rich. This is Little Miss Micaela Fagan. I just think I could have won like one Ultimate Grand Supreme.
I think that's awesome. I would have voted. I don't know if you're allowed to vote on those shows, but I definitely would have voted for you.
No, it's the decision of one middle-aged man and two beautiful women. That's
sounds familiar. Yeah. So you said you were in college, and I have to make a joke about this because I was living in New York dating a guy, and he showed me this picture of his best friend, and he said, yeah. I said, well, am I ever going to meet this guy, Michael? And he's like, well, he's in college. And I'm like, wow, his picture looks like he's like 50. Oh, he's 50. And I'm like, he's in college. Good for him for going back to school. And he's like, no, he's in college. And I'm like, and he said, it's jail. He's in jail. And I'm like, okay, your best friend's in jail. Okay. Yeah, it's a code word, supposedly. I'd never heard of this before.
That's weird.
But so when you said it, I'm like, Stephen Rosenfield was in jail, or were you in jail?
Yeah, no, it was me. And that's why I was a lesbian in college too. I had no other, that was my option. No, I'm just kidding. No, I met him at the University of Florida, a real school.
That's great. Okay.
The Harvard of Florida.
Of course. And I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, it was a good one. No, he's so sweet. And then I asked him, I'm like, do you have interns? And he's like, no, do you want to come up? I just like forced a relationship on him. I'm like, I'm going to be your intern. And then I had the best summer probably of my life in New York, subleasing for a crazy low amount of money. Mm-hmm. And then I just had the best time. And I knew after I graduated, I'm like, I have to go back there. New York's the only place I've ever wanted to live. And yeah, I'm here now and it's great. And every day for me, they say live every day like it's your last. I live every day like a scavenger hunt for Fran Lebowitz, and I will find her. And you totally don't know who Fran Lebowitz is.
No, I don't, but I know that you stalking somebody, you're going to find her.
I will find Fran. She's the best. You're going to look her up after this and be like, is this Micaela in 50 years? And it is. It's me. Okay. She's me.
Wow. The way that you got Stephen to sign you up to bring you on to work for him that summer, all that speech and debate came back and you used it. So there's always a reason
why you should have me. Article number 1. I'm fun. Article number 2. Honestly, I think the selling point was I was like, I know what Instagram and Twitter are. Do you want them for this? And he was like, yes, let's do that.
That's awesome. That's great. All right. Well, Micaela, tell us where on social, speaking of Twitter and everything, tell us where everywhere we can find you and stalk you on social media, please.
Yeah, please stalk me. Do it. I'm at Micaela_Fagan. I like an underscore. Micaela_Fagan on Instagram and the Twitter. Okay. And I host a podcast. I got to put out another episode. I will. But I host a podcast called I Need Some Space. And it is about space, like the actual what is beyond. I love space. And mostly I love astronauts. And so I talk about astronauts and how cool they are and what we're doing in space right now.
Okay, great. And who's your favorite astronaut? Do I need to ask?
Well, I have many. Okay, I'll show you. Who's my favorite astronaut? I must have some memorabilia here.
I saw it.
Yes, I do. Wait.
Behind you is your telescope. Is that a telescope? Woo.
My favorite astronaut is Sally Kristen Ride. She's a beautiful queen, and I love her so much. Mm-hmm. And then let me show you a picture of Fran Lebowitz so you can understand my obsession. Where'd my 1984 Playboy go?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is my 1984 Playboy.
Hey. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. Okay,
no.
That's
not. You're gonna laugh so hard when you see who Fran Lebowitz actually is. Hold on.
Make sure she has clothes on.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry.
She has clothes on.
Oh my God, I'm ruining it. I'm ruining the show.
Okay. No, you're not ruining it. Did you find it? Okay. Oh yeah, I can see the sexiness there. I know. You're drooling right there, just a little tiny bit.
So hot. Okay. Well,
I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that. Now I know you even better, which is amazing. I love that. All right. So your social media and your podcast, we're looking for more shows. So you need to be working on that. That's your project for the end of April. Get back to me on that. Okay.
About shows?
No, the next podcast, your space.
Oh,
space.
Yes, the next podcast has been recorded. We're talking Russian cosmonauts. It's with my roommate Natalia. So that will be coming out.
Very good. Okay. Well, Micaela, it has been an amazing morning for me, and I wish I could wake up and see you next to me every morning like this. But I'll just, I'll go with Zoom. Yeah, I could be your mother. Stop.
No, Zoom is good. Let's talk again.
My heart is warm. I love you truly from the bottom of my heart. And I thank you for your time. I know you're busy, but I'm always here for you, as you know that. So thank you for everything you do. Making people laugh. All right. This has been LMAO, and I'm Holly, and I've been spending an amazing time here speaking with my friend Micaela Fagan. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining.
LMAO is sponsored in part by Pilates in America. Your Pilates class you can take in the comfort of your home. Go to pilatesinamerica.com for details.
This has been a presentation of LMAO Productions.